I'm Lucy McCarraher, founder of the Business Book Awards. The deadline for entering the Business Book Awards 2020 is not very far away, 31st of December. So if you have written a business or a self-development book which has a publication date of 2019, please get your book entered into the Business Book Awards. The Business Book Awards celebrate the thought leadership of authors who have shared their industry or market knowledge, experience and expertise in published book form. We are as inclusive as we possibly can be. We want to celebrate every possible kind of business book and self-development book through these awards. So this year we have 10 entry categories. The first one is Startup Inspiration, books that will inspire new and budding entrepreneurs to get their business up and running or onto the next stage. So if you've written a book aimed at the startup market, this is the category for you. Number 2 is Sales and Marketing, books with a compelling approach to sales and/or marketing in today's business environment. 3 is HR and Management, books focused on improving people skills and/or innovative team management. Number 4 is Sustainable Change, a wide-ranging category for books that demonstrate how organizations can manage internal or external change to equip themselves for a sustainable future. Leadership for the Future is category 5, for books that challenge or inspire leaders of organizations and teams to envision and plan for a better future. Number 6, Business Self-Development. So this year we have 2 categories for self-development books. And the first one, Business Self-Development, is for books that give business people the practical skills to become better at what they do. And number 7 is Personal Development and Wellbeing. So self-help books that offer insights and improvement in physical health, mental health, and skills development for business people. If you've written a short business book, we also have a category for you. Number 8 is exactly that, short business book. So for small format or short form business books that perfectly present their subjects with brevity and clarity. And number 9 is Specialist Business Book 2020. So if you've written a book aimed at a niche readership or a specific type or area of business, this would be a good category for you to enter. And finally, we have the International Business Book 2020, our 10th category, for anybody entering, any author who is not a UK resident or citizen. And that is for an influential international business book. Last year we had a special award for an exceptional book by a woman, and this year our special Judges' Choice Award is for an exceptional book that promotes diversity, but you can't enter for that category, it will be picked from the shortlist. And finally, again, a category you can't enter, and this will be picked by our head judge, Alison Jones, from the winners of the other categories, and that is the coveted award of Best Business Book of the Year. So one wonderful author and fantastic book will win 2 awards because they will be the winner of their category and they will also be picked as the best business book of the year. So our judging criteria will take into account the entry form that we ask you to fill in online at businessbookawards.co.uk. So do take the entry form seriously. So the judges who will be judging in each category will all look at the content of your entry form and the details you supply about your book and yourself. These will all be taken into account as part of the shortlisting process. The judges will also be looking at positioning of your book, how well it's aimed at its market, and that will include things like the title and subtitle, front cover design, back cover blurb, and the clear benefits that the book says the reader will get from the book, including the introduction and appropriate reading style. And then the judges will also be assessing the structure. Your contents page should demonstrate clearly the journey you'll be taking your readers on and the outcomes for the reader, and of course whether the full book lives up to that promise. Of course, the main thing the judges will be looking at is the content of your book. So we want to look at whether your author persona presents positively and authoritatively through the writing, and that you're giving value to your reader, that your content is original, appropriate, and applicable by the reader to themselves or their business. Your writing style will be considered. Is it appropriately pitched to the reader? I mean, for instance, whether you're addressing a lay person or somebody with technical knowledge. We are looking for good plain English, which is grammatically correct and with few typographical errors in your final book. And then production will also have a place in the judging. So the cover and the interior layout must be professional, support the clarity of the content, are easy to read and aesthetically pleasing, and the print quality is of a good standard. However, do bear in mind that we want to be totally inclusive to all forms of publishing. So whether your book has been published by a traditional publisher, a hybrid or independent publisher, or whether you've self-published your book, all that will be taken into account. So the entry form, which as I've said, you'll find online, will ask you for obviously the details of your book, the award category you're entering. You can only enter your book into one category, so you really need to make your decision and choose carefully. Then of course we want the details like the title and subtitle, author name, publisher, ISBN, and the date of publication, which has to be between the 1st of January 2019 and the 31st of December 2019. And then there are 4 parts to the entry form, and I really do encourage you to fill these in with care and attention and at some length. We say in each, for the answer to each question should be a minimum of 300 words. And somebody contacted me the other day, an author who was filling it in, and said, had we made a mistake? Did we mean a maximum of 300 words? But actually, no, we say a minimum because we really want you to be aware that the judges will take a lot of notice of your entry form. So this is your opportunity to sell yourself and your book into the judges, and we want you to give it as much detail as possible. So a minimum of 300 words as an answer to each question. So the first one is to provide a brief overview of the book and the key pieces of information given in the book. So do give that as much detail as you can. The second question is please provide an overview of the author and their experience in the specific field they have written about. Again, minimum 300 words. So absolutely big yourself up, sell yourself as the author, as the knowledgeable expert in your field, and tell the judges how good you are at what you do and why you are the right author for your book. The third question we ask is to explain how the book has had an impact on people in business. And we say, please provide examples of book sales and any feedback or reviews. Again, minimum 300 words. So if your book has been published in the latter half or really towards the end of this year, you obviously aren't going to have sales details. So just put no sales data available if that's the case, or if it's a very small number of sales that you know about, that's fine. You won't be misjudged on lack of sales if your book's only just come out. But do talk about how you will have had other people, even if it's only been on sale for a short time, people will have read your book. Talk about their response to it. if you've got any reviews, whether those are praise quotes within your book or reviews on Amazon, do quote them and talk about what feedback you have had from any readers, because that will really speak to the judges. And then finally, the fourth question in the entry form is, please explain why this book should win this award, and give examples of how the book is different to others in the market. So this is your chance to really sell your book in to the judges as the potential winner, and certainly a shortlist of this specific award. So as I say, do choose the entry category carefully and make sure that you really pitch your book for that entry category, because this is what the judges will be looking for. It's the first thing they will read before they look at your actual book. They will read your entry form. So make sure you take the time over writing it. Do it as much length as you like, and really sell your book into the judges. So that's it for the Business Book of the Year entry requirements this year. Please do enter your book as soon as possible. The final deadline is December the 31st, but it would be really good if you got your book in earlier, and also it'd be more valuable to you because you will have your book up on the Business Book Awards website. Your cover will be there, so the sooner you get it in, the more coverage, the more people will see it. And I see on social media people saying, great books on there, must read this one, definitely have a look at that one. So it is a great place for your book to be viewed. You will also, when you enter, you'll also get a social media graphic saying congratulations on having entered the Business Book Awards, which you can share on your social media. And every author and publisher who enters the Business Book Awards will be invited to our fabulous shortlist reveal party on the 15th of January. So that is where the judges will have spent the day going through all the books and creating the shortlist, choosing the shortlists for those 10 categories. And you will be the first to hear of it at the shortlist reveal party. So do come along to that. As I say, every publisher and every author who enters is invited. It's a great event. It's a drinks party in central London. So I look forward to seeing you there. And then, of course, I hope you will come to our wonderful awards dinner in March and be there. If you're shortlisted, you definitely have to be there. And who knows, you might win one of our fabulous awards. So please enter the Business Book Awards 2020 to be in with the chance, and I look forward to seeing you at our shortlist reveal party on January the 15th. Good luck with your entry.